So, one of the things that I guess also really the metrics that you look at within a tech company, and you're in a great position because you've been in that you don't just do health, you do digital. And this whole revenue is king thing, which again drives some of this advice around early adopters sell minimum viable product. How does that really play out in a healthcare setting? How much revenue is worth cutting the odd corner on proof, if any?
Or truth.
Oh, yeah, evidence-based, right? So if speed to revenue is what your investors are driving you to, and we see this when we get tech investors in this space, speed to revenue is what they're driving you to, but you have an evidence gathering and regulatory requirement. How do you strike the balance?
Yeah, I think it is tough. You eventually do hit a wall if you don't got evidence, don't have the evidence amassed to grow. You can maybe you get a pilot or two, but getting real adoption and scale is ultimately going to be dependent on it. So it's a question if you do it now or you do it later. Speed to revenue versus quality of revenue is, I'd pick quality of revenue any day of the week myself as an investor. I'm not sure I'm the same as everybody else that I know. There's a lot of investors that like speed. I'm actually one of maybe the only investor left on earth that actually likes, things that might ultimately get profitable. But I do see it very often with young companies that they've managed to get one startup or one pilot or two, maybe even through an accelerator program they've done. And those are people that have been willing to try it on the cheap, and or as a favor, or because they're curious, but not because they want to make it part of their core business until honestly there's real proof, and then only then can they really scale it. So I think it's worth investing in early as you
can. And
quality
versus quantity of revenue is a really interesting, we've certainly had some cases here, not just in health, where people have really oversold those pilots and implied they'll convert to future things and they don't.